Good evening everybody and welcome to my latest Eco Chat episode here on the Eco Living community. For those watching on catch up, hello as well, and if you are on my IGTV, on my YouTube, on my blog, then hi to you too. After this live I will be sharing this so you can catch up on it at any point. So thank you to those who are joining me live or to those who are going to watch later. It's great to be here. It's very hot. I'm intrigued. Whereabouts in the country are you and how hot is it? I'm in Lee-on-Solent, which is near Portsmouth, and at 7:30 at night it is still 26 degrees, so it's blooming warm. And yeah, we're kind of waiting for it to cool down a little bit in the vague hope that the girls will eventually go to sleep. But I can't complain. I love the sun, I love the heat, and we've had some amazing adventures this weekend exploring the local area and enjoying the sunshine. So let me know where you are in the comments and what you've been up to this weekend. And actually it fits in really well with the chat for tonight because it's all about products we use whilst we are out and about and the impact they have and sort of what we can do to reduce that impact really. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Jen. I am the owner and founder of Eco Living Ideas, which is a community and platform to help my customers and my followers on their eco journey and make it as easy and simple as possible to reduce eco anxiety, to reduce the overwhelm, and just make sure that everything you need, all the facts and figures, all the information is in one place. I hope there's lots of people that join me tonight. These chats are every other Monday. I will be doing one on the 2nd of August, but then there's going to be a few weeks break because I am on holiday or we have visitors, so it's just not really practical for me to do any more in August. But I'll be back in September and I already have 2 guests lined up, and I've got loads more guests booked in for the end of the year, so it won't just be me. So yeah, please do join me every other Monday if you can, here at 7:30. And like I said earlier, you can catch all of these on YouTube or here on the group as a catch up later on as well. There's lots of exciting things been happening at Eco Living Ideas in the last few months. They include a new loyalty point scheme where if you create an account, subscribe to my newsletters, purchase something, share something, refer a friend, you earn points which then are converted into money for you to spend online in my shop. I also have launched various subscription boxes which are really popular with my customers and I've had some fantastic reviews. So yeah, there's different ones available and I'll post a link to those in the comments. And there's also my Home Detox Clinic, which is an online course suitable from complete newbies to the eco scene to people who have been there for a few years, and it's basically a way of going through your house and drastically changing certain elements of how you live, but without sort of having to completely change your lifestyle. So it's about getting rid of excess stuff and not buying more and maybe making a bit of money and all that sort of thing. So yeah, again, I will put a link to the Home Detox Clinic in the comments below here. So please do, if you are there and watching, say hello to me so I know that someone's there. And as I said earlier, let me know where in the country you are and how hot it is. I'm intrigued. I wonder if anywhere is as hot as it is right here, right now. So I'm going to get started on this week's topic, which is out and about products. Now, I said before, I find that this is a really relevant subject for this season because we are out a lot more, we're exploring places, you know, we've been to the beach and the country park and the girls did a pottery painting thing this weekend. So in one weekend, you know, we were out a lot and we could have created a lot of waste and we didn't because of the way that we prepared and the things that we're able to use. Pleasantly warm and rustling, good stuff. I was saying earlier it's 26 degrees here still. So the fan is on, the windows are wide open, the curtains are drawn, and we are hoping it cools down before we go to bed. I've been looking at this focus throughout July on my page and my website, and we've looked at different things like travel cups and lunch boxes and sandwich wraps and compostable dog poo bags, and all things basically that you take out with you that can have an impact. Now, this list is not exhaustive. I haven't covered reusable water bottles, but for me it's a pretty obvious one. I would like to think it was for most people, that by having a reusable bottle you're going to save a lot of plastic, a lot of carbon emissions from transporting water around the globe, by having a bottle that you refill from home. So, right, I'm going to tell you a few facts. So these are things, just some figures on sort of the impact disposable items can have whilst we are out, that they have on the planet. So there's 2.5 billion single-use cups still used in the UK each year. That's 2.5 billion. For me, that figure is just mind-boggling, to be quite honest. 1 million trees are felled each year to make those coffee cups, the single-use tea coffee cups, and 1.5 billion litres of water goes into making the single-use cups in the UK alone. That's every year. Those figures, you know, imagine even if that could be cut in half, you know, by investing in a travel cup and keeping it in your bag or in your car, you know, depending on, you know, if you grab a drive-through Starbucks, I think they exist, or Costa or whatever they are, you know, if you grab one of those on your way to work, if you do long commutes, you can use your travel cup, you rinse it out the other end and reuse it on the way home. It's kind of a no-brainer, really. More than 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine animals die from plastic pollution every year, and it is now assumed that 100% of baby sea turtles have plastic in their stomachs, which means that they are all essentially polluted from almost as soon as they're born. The world produces 381 million tonnes of plastic waste annually, and it's estimated again that that is set to double by 2034, which actually really isn't that far away for it to double by 2034. It's something that, you know, if that happens, like, the consequences are they're just going to be devastating. And I think it's something that we all need to take personal responsibility for. It's all very well and good saying government and manufacturers should change how they make things and they shouldn't keep producing these things, but if we stop buying them and stop using them, they won't make them. But it takes every single person to commit to these changes in order for it to have an effect. So keep doing what you're doing, keep making those changes, keep talking to people and influencing the people around you, and eventually, you know, it will have a rolling effect and things will start to change. This is a good one. 50% of the single-use plastic that I just sort of talked about, only 9% of it has ever been recycled. And the thing is that as it is recycled, the quality of the plastic degrades, so it is not infinitely recyclable. And I think that's a big thing to remember as well. So it's great chucking stuff in your recycling bin, but actually we need to reduce the consumption of it. 500 million plastic poo bags are used annually throughout the world. Excuse me. That's hay fever. Yeah, again, a massive 500 million plastic poo bags. You know, just switching that to something that is compostable is gonna have such a dramatic impact. So it's one to consider. They are more expensive, I know that. I've had this conversation with somebody recently. Yes, they are more expensive, but if you are saving money on using hankies, reusable hankies, and not buying tissues every month, or reusable face wipes, that you're not buying a new pack of face wipes every month, then you can afford that extra pound for some poo bags. And the last one plastic bag can take over 500 years to degrade in landfill. That is if it ever fully degrades. Excuse me. And the reason for that is because in landfill, everything doesn't get enough light and oxygen for it to degrade properly. So when you get something that is biodegradable, it means it can break down in the right circumstances, but it doesn't if it's not in those circumstances. So I've just seen a comment, the key is planning. I know myself, if I don't plan, that's when I impulse buy, and that tends to be highway stuff. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So, you know, if you are going out, you have to plan to take a picnic. You have to make sure you have the stuff in your house, you have your wax wraps or your sandwich wraps or whatever it is ready, and then you can take those, make your picnic and take it with you. If you don't do that and you're out and you need a meal, then you're going to end up buying stuff, and that's when it's wrapped in plastic and you end up with an awful lot of waste. I know that everyone will not be interested in all of those switches, or they won't be able to make them, or they won't need to make them, but let me know in the comments which of the items you think would make the biggest difference to you, and let me sort of get some feedback and see sort of if there's a popular one, or if there is something that you think will have a great impact on your life. So if you drink a lot of tea and coffee on the go and never use a travel cup, and you always get a single use cup, that's going to be something really, you know, it's going to have a big impact, as opposed to if you do not have a dog, you're not going to need compostable poo bags. So yeah, let me know in the comments which sort of out and about on the go products you think would make the biggest impact to your lifestyle. So some reasons to switch to reusable and sustainable products. So in general, you will save money. Purchasing and reusing a sandwich wrap could save you around £50 in just a year. The wraps that I sell are very high quality, and yes, they are £9, but they will last you 4 or 5 years if you look after them properly. And in that time, you know, even if you use sandwich bags and you reuse them, you're only going to get 2 or 3 uses out of them. So you're very quickly going to start saving your money on those. The eco alternatives of products, it tends to be much better quality. They're made with good, strong, natural materials. They've been made with a lot of thought and love, and that means that they will last longer and perform better. By switching to reusable products in particular, you are going to reduce your carbon footprint massively, because the single-use products won't be being shipped for you to buy. So if you buy a bottle of water, it weighs a lot for that to be shipped, you know, for those to be shipped around. The carbon footprint of a bottle of water is very high. You buy a stainless steel reusable bottle and you keep it for 5 or 10 years, your carbon footprint is going to massively be reduced. So again, you know, it's not necessarily just the waste you see in your hand, but it's the unseen waste as well. The last one as well is that by buying sort of the eco-friendly and the sustainable products, you're going to be supporting small businesses. If you buy from a shop like mine, for example, my suppliers are UK based, they are other small businesses. I support them by buying from them. I could go to big companies and buy stuff and sell it to you, and it would probably be easier, but that is not what my ethics are. So I support other UK based small companies, and you support me and them by buying from me. So that's something to consider as well. When you sort of buy these more eco-friendly, sustainable products, you're going to be supporting smaller businesses. So yeah, I hope that they are good enough reasons to switch, and I hope that you agree with me. Either way, if you do or you don't, let me know in the comments. I would love to get some feedback on sort of your idea of really good eco switches for products when you're out and about, the ones that you've already made that you love, the ones that you've made and you don't love, the ones that you want to make but you can't find the right product. Let me know, let's get a bit of a conversation started, and yeah, I can't wait to hear from you all. Thank you very much, have a lovely evening, and I will see you in a fortnight. Take care, bye bye.